Let's face it, most of us don't have a lot of time. So today, we're talking about how to get the most out of engaging on Instagram if you only have a few minutes a day. So teacher authors, go ahead and reheat that cup of coffee because I'm your host, Cassandra Foster, and we're about to get schooled in socials. Welcome back to Schooled in Socials. We're continuing on with Social September, and today we dive in to the type of engagement on Instagram that will give you the biggest bang for your buck if you're short on time. I can completely understand why it might be hard to focus your engagement efforts if you only have a few minutes every day to engage with your audience. Instagram has given us so many options to connect with others, which is great, but that can be a double-edged sword. Do you start by answering comments or checking in on story replies, or do you scroll your home feed until something resonates with you, or do you strike up a conversation in the DMs? What do you focus on? Back in episode 50, where we talked about showing your audience some love, I laid out how I would approach an engagement block of time each day. And I'm going to quickly outline that for you here, but also I'm going to leave the link to that episode in the show notes so you can go back and take a listen to it as well if you need to. So the workflow that I shared back in that episode sounds something like this: responding to DMs that have been sent to you, responding to comments left on posts, responding to anyone who interacted with an engagement sticker in your stories, resharing and responding to anyone who shared something of your stories to their stories, watching and responding to other people's stories when it feels authentic, and then finally scrolling your home feed and responding to the posts that caught your attention. Now, depending on the size of your account and the engagement you usually get, that list could take quite a bit of time. So how do you hone in on the engagement that will help you best build relationships and move people further down your funnel in their customer journey? And it all comes down to utilizing your DMs when you only have a few minutes to pop in and engage. Here are a few reasons why spending time in your DMs should take precedence over other engagement activities you could be doing. Having a conversation in the DMs is more intimate than having a conversation in the comments of a post. So starting there is going to allow you to spend your time really nurturing and creating strong bonds, which is something we need to prioritize to create a warm audience and again, move people along in our funnel. Also, everything we do on Instagram is a signal to the algorithm, letting it know who might want to see your content or what kind of content you want to be seeing, what they find most interesting, valuable, helpful, what you find most interesting, valuable, and helpful. So talking with someone in the DMs is a signal to the algorithm that you and that other person have some sort of connection or relationship. So it is more likely that they're going to be shown your content. And this isn't just an assumption, by the way, thinking about how the algorithm works. Other social media experts have put the power of DMs to the test. One pair of experts tested this out by each adding a new post onto their page and then immediately hopping into the DMs together for a short conversation. And when each of them closed out of the DMs, the newest post from the other person was at the top of their home feed. I've even seen this happen firsthand. I was chatting with a teacherpreneur friend in the Instagram DMs. When I closed out of that chat and got back to my home feed, her latest post was at the top of my home feed. And the funny thing is we were talking in the afternoon and she had posted in the morning. So I had other opportunities to see the post throughout the day, but Instagram decided to serve it up to me as soon as I was done talking to her. Interesting, right? There's no doubt if you've been around for a hot minute, you know the importance of analyzing your social media data to help you reach your big business goals. But if the thought of diving into that data on your own has been holding you back from the content clarity that it can bring, I've got your back. With my quarterly data analysis service, I'm here to be your data bestie right alongside of you, diving into your analytics and outlining a content plan so that you can take effective action. This way, you get all the benefits of having your eyes on your data to help make goals for the new year without having to take a course or wade through the numbers by yourself. It's time to tap into the magic of your social media data, and you don't even have to add anything to your plate to do it. Just hop on the waitlist right now in the show notes. I know your future self will thank you. So if you only have 5 minutes to engage, here's exactly how I would tackle it. 1, try to engage soon after you've made a post. 2, answer any DMs from followers first. And if that's all you can get through, you've done yourself a good service because the likelihood that they might see your new piece of content you just posted on their feed has just gone up. 3, if you have a little more time, check in on who engaged with a story sticker of yours because Instagram gives you the option to DM them about their response. And by the time you're done that, your 5 minutes will probably be up, which is okay because utilizing responding in your DMs, you have given yourself a chance to make stronger connections with your followers and given yourself more of a chance for your content to be seen. Just think, if my time is tight, getting in the DMs is what's right. Those messages will help move the needle most of all when you're in a crunch. Now, I'm curious if you've ever seen the power of DMs in the wild like I have. Have you ever noticed after finishing a conversation with someone that their post is at the top of your feed? If you have, I'd love for you to pop over to Apple Podcasts, leave a quick review for the show, and at the end of your review, let me know if you've had this happen to you. All right, cold coffee friends, thanks so much for listening. If you're loving getting schooled in socials, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Also, I would love it if you left a review so that other teacher authors like you can start getting schooled in socials too. All right, I'll see you in the next episode.